When I was younger, I was taught correct English. I was taught the ability to speak with a quiver in my chest. I was taught to speak with adequacy, with excellence and precision. It is a very important thing for me to speak well. I am able to speak and people rally around me, gather and hear the fire within my soul, the passion within the vocal cords that are expressed throughout my throat and coming out of my chest, throughout the air that is being expressed. Language is a very powerful tool in order to speak to people. And throughout my entire life, I've spoken in three different ways. Sometimes I'll speak in a way that's more comedic, and I'll say things in a very fun, punchy kind of tone, such as saying things like, oh, a bunch of hot dogs are hitting my face as I enter the room where a bunch of people are doing bedroom activities. Sometimes I talk like this, and I say words, and I speak to you like this, and we go into the stone like that, you know what I'm saying, and for real, and we'll just switch between the different ways of speaking. There are different accents, different dialects. That's how it operates. That's how I've lived my entire life. And more often than not, I'm choosing to speak in this bass tone, in this capacity. And this has garnered significant hate in my community. See, I haven't grown up in suburbia. I didn't grow up in suburban areas. I grew up in the nasty down low parts where there was Crips, Bloods, and a lot of gang members. That's essentially where I grew up in. And do I have an issue with these areas? No, not at all. I've enjoyed them. I've loved them. I've loved growing up in these areas. It's been fun. As a matter of fact, I used to be a little bit of a gang member myself. Despite the fact that people don't believe that, but I used to be. That was a part of my life. I didn't have a choice. I was jumped in, not by choice. It's just what happened. It was something I had to do to stay safe in my neighborhood. But oftentimes when I was there, and oftentimes when I spoke to people within my community, they said I was talking white, calling me an Oreo, things of that variety. And I was always confused what that meant. I just spoke proper. I enunciated my words. I didn't speak downtrodden. I didn't lower my speech. I just spoke. And I thought this was regular English. That's what I assumed. Regular English with a Midwestern accent. It's essentially what I thought. However, that's not what they thought. They thought I spoke proper. Like I was trying to get a job, like my credit was high. I spoke in a way that made me less black. I spoke in a way that had them say, oh, you're speaking in customer service voice. Cuz, man, you speak like you got your hair done. You speak like you date white girls. That's how you talk. You talk like you about to co-sign on an apartment. That's how you talk. You talk like you go trampolining and you zip line. You talk proper. I don't grasp that. How that is viewed as an insult to speaking correct English. But it was. It was an insult meant to make me feel like my intellect was a detriment to the capacity of my blackness. I didn't understand how my intellect could possibly hinder me from being African American. It didn't make any sense to me. As if I was forced to be a stereotype, as if I was forced to be in this capacity of lowering myself in order to stay within my fellow peers and my contemporaries. It didn't make any sense to do that. What did I gain by doing that? I gained nothing. I gained zero things in all capacities by dumbing down my speech. So I never did it. I like speaking in a black accent sometimes in order to make my point across better. It makes it feel fun to speak that way. It is not inauthentic either. I'm not put on airs to get a certain crowd of people to accept me. It's because it's easier to speak that way sometimes. Because when I'm speaking to my brother and I get angry, I immediately jump right back into, listen, man, hold on, stop right there, stop. Because, man, that's stupid, that's dumb as hell, man. Like, I'm serious, like, it doesn't make any sense. It feels better to speak like that, sometimes. But that's the differences of how people talk. That's just regular. Everybody code switches, everybody has a different way of speaking when you go on customer service voice and things of that capacity. But you're not acting a color. You're not acting white. It's not whiter to do so. And for some reason, that is viewed as less black. If you speak white, if you speak proper, if you can hear the punctuation in your voice when they speak, if you do that, you're not any less black. This phenomenon has eluded me for quite some time in many years, where speaking in a less sophisticated manner of speech is viewed as more African American. It's more in the culture. It's what the culture's feeling. I've never understood that. I talk like I wear glasses. I talk like I grew up in the suburbs. I talk like my teeth are nice. Statements that I've heard. I talk like I get a lineup every single day. I talk like I date white girls. I talk like I'd never dated a black woman. I talk musty. I talk like I opaque orphan, like a cum cricket. I speak like a hueless crayon, is how they call me. I'm less melanated. I speak light skin. Fun one right there. I speak like I've never played basketball before. And many insults thrown at my detriment to actively try to destroy me and annihilate my character upon the aspect that I am African. I can't take that away. I wake up, I'm black. I can't change that. Doesn't really happen. Yeah, but over the phone, they can't tell what you is. They can't tell what you is over the phone, man. They can't tell what you is. In the morning, I'm making waffles. So I just had to. But that feels wrong. It doesn't feel good to naturally have my blackness questioned all the time. It doesn't feel correct. This happens when I get my nails painted. And when I listen to alternative music. They say, oh, you listening to white people music. You listening to alt music. You listen to Panic at the Disco, Blood on the Dance Floor. You're listening to Polyphia. You're listening to white music. Brothers of Metal, that's white music. Sleep Token, that's white music. That's weird. You got your hair straightened, that's white people hair. Everything that is in any other culture, doesn't matter what it is. You like anime? Oh, that's white people stuff. That's actually Asian. I don't know how that correlates. Yeah, but mostly white people do that. Smash Brothers, white people stuff. Dragon Ball Z is for niggas. I really don't know. It's a whole messy confines. I hate it because this has destroyed any regular conversations I've tried to have. It's annihilated me. It's made me feel like I'm out of place among the people that look the most like me. I want to feel like, at least to the people that look like me, that I matter to them, that I'm actually a person to them. That would be great, Tony the Tiger. That would be great. That'd be lovely. But it's not. I'm always downplayed. My opinion is taken as a sidestep. I'm viewed as less of a human being to these people because in all capacities, I'm an Oreo. I'm black on the outside, but on the inside, I have good credit. On the inside, I eat potato salad with raisins in it. On the inside, I have a country house on a lake. That's right, brothers. Copper, nobody need to stop me. I know I was going 100 in the school zone, but take care. I'm sorry, sir. Go ahead and take it away. That's what happens. It feels gross. And it questions a whole aspect of my identity as a person. Am I actually not black because I speak that way? But you can't act the color. You can't do that. In the same aspect as you'll see people in different cultures take on the hood accent. Yeah, I beat this girl butt last week, you know what I'm saying? I beat her ass, you know what I'm saying? Using AVE. Zoomer speak is what it's called nowadays. They're saying bet, cuz. On God. That's my bae. That's my slat. That's my slime. They're speaking like that. And that's considered talking black. When in reality, it's a dialect born out of the ghetto and the struggle. And that's often attributed with black people because all black people struggle. All black people know how to do is rap and play basketball. Shut up and throw some hoops in the ball. Go ahead, go crazy. Do that. Shut up and do that. Do that. Make a rap. Do gang stuff. Put some grills in your mouth. Do that. That's what happens. It's always what happens. But you can't talk a color. You can't act a color. You can't act a whole color. It's not possible. It's not humanly real. It's stupid. If higher English is viewed as acting white and lower English is viewed as acting black, then why is that the regular? Are black people naturally stupid? Is that a thing? Do you believe that black people are stupid? Is that what you're telling me? Because if that's what you're telling me, then I know how you view me as a human being. You think the closer I get to a higher plateau in life, the whiter I must become. I must become whiter. The same way as you see a bunch of women that have extensions in their hair, they have their nails done, and they're wearing gold around their necks. You think to yourself, oh, well, that's the ghetto. When those extensions cost a lot of money, those nails cost a lot of money, and they have very nice clothes on. And you still look at that because it's attributed to blackness. You attribute it to ghetto-ness is what you're doing. And you see white people do something in that capacity, and you say, oh, it's so proper and prim. Oh, this is so nice. This is amazing. Oh, my good. Why am I doing British accent? That's insane. It's insane to me. It's wacky. It's wild. Talking proper is not talking white. It never has been. and it never will be. It's disgusting and deplorable to do so. Nerd culture acting nerdy is not them being an Oreo. A black person liking anime is not them being an Oreo. That's not what it is. It's not real to do that. It's them enjoying different aspects of other cultures is what it is. You're still black. You're still a part of us. That's what happens. And it causes a lot of self-hate. It causes a lot of self-hating black people. It causes a lot of people that hate what they are, that hate being a part of everything, that hate being brought up in discussions, that don't feel like they're a part of everything. They allow white people to get away with saying the N-word. They don't let this stuff happen. It's disgusting. They hate being a part of any culture and any discussion that views them as the outcast and the outsider. They don't want to be a part of that. Would you want to be a part of a culture that naturally views you as the outcast and the outlier because you decided to get a higher education or you decided to discover different aspects of different cultures? Would you want to be a part of that culture? Would that make you feel accepted, inclusive, and warm? Would that make you feel great? It wouldn't. And there are always people that come up on opposite sides and upward sides and say, well, black people invented everything, so that works. We invented everything. We invented air and pizza, and we made hot dogs, and it was stolen from us. Everything was stolen. Everything was stolen. And there are things that were stolen from us for sure. There are things that a black man created and then somebody else in a white culture took. That is real. That is not incorrect. But it's not everything. It's not everything. It is not every single thing. And also, this is very important. Who, hear me out here, gives a damn who made what? I don't. I don't care who created it. Let's improve upon it. Let's make it better. Let's make it newer. Let's make it fresh. Let's revitalize it. Let's remix it. Let's revamp it. I don't care if black people made rap. I don't care if black people made soul music and things of that variety. Improve upon it. Make it better. I don't care who the first computer was. I don't care that my parents created me. I'm still going to be better than them. I don't care where it first came from. I care how to improve it, make it better, revitalize it, repackage it, make it more efficient, make it more powerful, make it more soulful, make it better. We can always make things better by touching it and making it new and improved. So we don't have to put ourselves in these bubbles and boxes anymore. We don't have to do that upon acting white or acting a specific race. We don't have to do that. We don't. You're black or white or Asian or Korean or European or German. That's what you are. That's not going to be taken away from you. It's not. How you were born. You're fine. You still are what you are. This is to the people that deeply feel ostracized from their own culture because they don't fit in with the norm. They don't fit in with the stereotype. They don't fit in with the coded version of a character. They don't fit into the exact spectrum of what it's supposed to be exactly within your race distinctly. You are what you are, and it matters because it matters because it matters because it's you. It matters. It matters. You can't act white.
I'm your Nick at night, be my loyalties low. Ooh, happy to try what you need. Your world, I love to live in it. Ooh, I love the ride when you're free.